Hi guys, welcome back. Um, do that video I promised last night. I'm sorry I fell asleep. Um, Night shifts back you up sometimes. Um, yeah, so I last week I wore the Mont Blanc for a couple days, but I've been wearing it off and on since I got it, so I didn't have to wear it the whole week. I only wore it a couple days. Like I said, and got everything I needed to know about it out. So I wore the other one I picked up last week. One of the other ones I picked up last week. The Calvin Klein Encounter. I like it. I know it's Calvin Klein. Again, a lot of you hate Calvin Klein. I don't. Most of their stuff's okay. I mean, none of it's great or anything. I shouldn't say none of it. There's a couple that are great, but most of them are good. Especially for the price, they're good. So this one was $20 at Shoppers. Actually, I had to go to a second Shoppers to get it. I don't know if I said that in the story when I opened it, but I went to the first Shoppers and all they had was the tester. And so she called up the other Shoppers for me, and they had a bottle of it because they're not allowed to sell their testers. It's stupid, but hey, corporate. I can understand why, but still, even to me, they're not allowed to sell them. They know me. Oh, sorry, I'm tired tonight. It's getting late. It's like 4:30 in the morning now. Got my second wind, so I figured I'd do it now. Yeah, so Calvin Klein Encounter. We'll give it a spray and let the head burn off there, the alcoholic head that they all have. Get that fucking booze right away, though. So, CK1 Encounter 2012. Accords are warm, spicy, rum, fresh, spicy, woody, oud, sweet. Top is mandarin, cardamom, and rum. Mid is pepper, jasmine, patchouli, cognac. Base is oud, cedar, and musk. You definitely get the booze right away, like a minute or so. That hit if alcohol burns off that most clones have, and you get that fucking booze right away. Right off the top, you're hit with the citrus, of course, boom. But it's pretty much overpowered a few minutes into it by the cardamom and the rum and the pepper, which is supposed to be in the mid, but I get it pretty much through the whole scent. Yeah, I could dry down over here. A couple hours into it, you really start picking up on that. The rum from the top mixes with the cognac, so it's kind of like a sweet, spicy, dried fruit, alcoholic vibe. Really nice. Really nice, actually. So very nice smell. Few hours into it, you hit the base. About 5 hours into it, you really hit that base, and the oud and the cedar and the not so much the musk, but I get a lot of oud, or not even a lot of oud. I get a little bit of oud with a lot of cedar and a little bit of musk, which is fine because oud's not my favorite note. We all know that. Oud just smells funky to me. If it's like one of the main players, it smells funky. And everybody was excited about this one. I was reading online. I read some old not reviews, but just what people were excited for. And back in 2011 or so, they were all getting excited over it because it's like a designer scent, an oud designer scent. And a lot of people were disappointed. I think they were expecting a heavy dose of oud. I never expect a heavy dose of oud from a designer scent. I'm sure there's a couple out there. M7 by Yves Saint Laurent. I remember that being pretty oud heavy. I remember not liking it. I know I'm way. I guess I just don't like oud. I'm sorry. And they always combine it with rose. Oud and rose. Oud and rose. It smells like an old fucking woman. I'm sorry, guys. It smells like shit my nan would wear back in the 80s when I was fucking 5. Just nasty shit. But anyway, you like what you like. I like what I like. That's the cool thing about the fragrance game. We all don't have to like the same thing. But of course, the internet will tell me I'm wrong. What I like is wrong. You're wrong. No, I'm not. I don't like oud. An over emphasis on oud. I don't like that. Never have. But anyway, I don't mind oud when it's used like this. I wouldn't mind it if it was a little bit more predominant, because just a little though, because it is barely there. You really gotta wait a good 5 hours, and then you kind of gotta dig a little deeper to smell that oud. I'm quite not there yet on the dry down, but trust me, I wore it for like 5 days. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, right off the top, it's a rum and cardamom, spiced rum. Boom, right off the top. You get some of that pepper. So it's kind of a peppery, smoky, spiced rum. Really nice. I don't get a whole lot of jasmine, not a lot of florals at all. I do get some of the patchouli and definitely the cognac in the mid and the base. It's kind of it's somewhat linear, because I know it's like changes, like I said, because you get the rum, but it's still just mostly spicy, sweet booze with a woody base, kind of from start to finish. You know what I mean? Which is fine, because it's nice that way. Doesn't need to change a whole lot. It's a nice scent from pretty much from start to finish. It's a nice scent. Yeah, that cognac gives it like a sweet dried fruit. It's really nice, really nice. Longevity is really good on this. Like, pretty much, I know it's eau de toilette, but I think it's because of the staying power of the heavier notes in it. The cardamom, the rum, the patchouli, the cognac, the oud. It lasts quite a long time on your skin. It really does. I got about, depending on the day and what I was doing, about 8 to 10 hours on my skin, which is great longevity. Not so good on the projection. Again, there's not a lot of high projecting notes in here, like citruses or florals or, predominant spices like sage and rosemary. There's not a lot of them volatile project out notes, and there's pretty much booze and wood, which smells really good. Doesn't project a whole lot. Basically, once the mandarin, the citrus off the top, the mandarin, and the pepper dries down, only about 40 minutes projection on it. Pretty good for about a half hour. Nothing beast mode or anything. Half an arm's length out. And basically an elbow's length, little or mid forearm length, I guess would be. And it's only there, and then it kind of sits a little close for another 10 or 15 minutes, and it kind of becomes not quite a skin scent, but pretty damn close. Which for a lot of colognes would be a problem, but a cologne like this, I don't think it would be, because it's not a. It's something with that booze and the woods and the spices that's kind of more of a date scent, a night out with a special person, because you'll definitely smell good. You just won't, they're going to get wafts of it every now and then when you get a little closer, and eventually they're going to want to lean in because it's nice. They're going to want to smell it. Let's get a little closer. And if you're lucky, the night will get even better. But, yeah, so don't, it's not a projection monster. It doesn't have a lot of volatile, high projecting notes. It sits, even when it projects, like I said, it's a little more than an elbow's length away. It's only about half hour, 40 minutes. But you get wafts of it. Because like I said, it doesn't become a skin scent. Kind of just gives you a small little bubble. And you'll get wafts of it every now and then. Never got any unsolicited compliments wearing it. But I didn't expect to because of the type of scent. Like I said, that it doesn't, not too many people are going to smell you, and I only wore it to work, so there's not a lot of close quarters at work. I pretty much work alone for half my shift, so I didn't expect it to be. But when I did ask people, and I asked about 10 people, all girls except one, they all really liked it. The main thing I guess they said was it's very, was very classy. Like not just very classy. You know, it's not a club banger. You know, it's not a freshy, aquatic. You know, it is what it is. It's definitely something you can wear. You could wear semi-casual, semi-formal, or formal. You know what I mean? Like if I was going to classify it, I wear them just like this. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm never falling into that. I give you guys occasions and seasons and stuff because you like that. But truth be told, fuck man, I'll rock this in the dead of summer. I'll rock Windsor in the dead of summer. I'll rock fucking Bulgari Aquamarine, Bulgari Aqua. Fucking, I'll rock all that in the dead of winter. I don't care. I wear what I want when I want. And you should too. But if you do want, like I said, it's definitely more of a a date night. Like I said, semi-casual, formal type scent. It's got that class to it with the booze. But it's not going to project a whole lot. So don't be expecting to. You might get lucky, like I said, and maybe some of these notes work better off of your skin. They're just, in general, they're not projection powerhouses. They're longevity powerhouses, right? You know what I mean? So expect it to last all day. It'll last all day. But it only going to project for, at the most, an hour. My skin, 30 to 40 minutes. Beautiful scent though. There was one, I said there was all but one older lady. She's not that old. She's in her 60s, her early 60s, I guess. But she said it reminded me of her husband. I was like, oh, that's nice. And she said, no, he was an alcoholic. He was an abusive alcoholic. That's not funny. But the simple fact that that's what it smells like. It smells like booze. Woody booze. No joke. And the bottle's nice, too. Look at that. You can see, like, it's like a geometric bottle. You can see it almost. It's a really good solid cap. It's like a purple bottle. Yeah, she said it smelled like her husband. I thought that was a compliment. You know, I was like, oh, well, that's nice. And she's like, no, he was a abusive alcoholic. Her ex-husband. Was it her dead husband? I can't remember. Either way, he was a dick. So she didn't like it. That's the thing with fragrances too, guys. Olfactory in general. You know, your sense of smell. There's certain things you're going to acquaint with certain things. Like I'll never wear this to work again because of that. because I know that that makes her feel uncomfortable. So if you do have somebody who says they don't like your fragrance, ask them why. And if it's something like that, do the right thing and don't wear it around them again. That's just bad memories. We don't want any of that. Yeah, but that was it, guys. It was really nice scent. You know, I put it in the same vein as like, they're not smell wise or anything, so don't freak out. But like Lana Vita L'Homme, Dolce & Gabbana The One, even Avon Wild Musk Fire, whatever it was I wore. That kind of date night scent. Where this projection's not the best, but the smell is beautiful. Sensual, like I said, very sensual. Seems to be cardamom. Cardamom and booze. Just creates a sensualness in a fragrance, at least in my nose. Maybe not to yours. Like, well, not to hers, definitely. She smelled like the husband that used to beat her up. Dickhead. But yeah. So that's it, guys. Give it a try. Peace, love, be good to each other.